Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy X-Rated. Now, I didn't think we'd be talking about this game so soon. I honestly thought we would be taking more time than that. But, let's get to it, though. So, apparently, we got some new information. So, with the development of DokeV being pretty much up in limbo for the last 2-3 years almost, it's essentially like, what happened? Did they cancel it? Is it going down? What we doing, right? So apparently, according to one of the producers, Sung-Young Kim, apparently we now have a potential release window for DokeV. And this came from a quick interview he did with, a quick interview in general back in October. He said that he and his team have now shifted development into producing DokeV, as well as giving DokeV the amount of time and energy that it at this point desperately deserves. So when asked about the potential release window, he said, end quote, "We look forward to releasing DokeV at the earliest convenience, but we expect to have it no earlier than 2027, which is around 18 months after Crimson Desert's launch." Now, we do know that Crimson Desert is scheduled to be launched at some point between fall and winter of this year, so we don't even have a release date for Crimson Desert as of yet. But they said they have no intention of getting DokeV out the door anytime before 2027. So again, that's not bad actually. That's relatively like 2 years, and like we're almost at the midway point of 2025 anyway. So it's like that's not really that big a wait. And the fact that he explicitly said 18 months, which means at the minimum, if for example Crimson Desert decides to launch in October, it would relatively be about mid next year, if not the beginning stage of 2027, that we would get DokeV, if not the full release of DokeV at that point. Now, recently, the only real information that we got out of this statement was that there was a lot of reproduction that they had to do, and this includes the marketing for DokeV as well as the rebranding. Now, a lot of fans actually question this, and I'm gonna give you the answer to it. So originally, DokeV was marketed as a MMORPG, right? We all know this. But recently, during the hiatus of any form of information involving DokeV at all, we had them say that it would no longer be an MMO, but it would still have multiplayer aspects. Now, to explain further is simply this. They want to focus on the multiplayer aspect of Black Desert. And if you don't know what Black Desert is, it's basically an MMORPG that put Pearl Abyss on the map, basically. It definitely is not unheard of that a game would like to switch its development and like that, but given the overall market for where DokeV actively would be in, would only really showcase that it's going to stand out more if they come at it correctly, essentially. Now, why they chose to rebrand DokeV has been the biggest question. The biggest question is why they did it. And again, as I said, it's primarily so the team that they have, because they recently announced that they split the team into 2 different development teams to work on DokeV and work on the multiplayer aspect of Black Desert, which is fine. But this also means that potentially we can get DokeV raids, multiplayer PvP or PvE, that kind of thing, similar to what we got with Pokemon Sword and Shield in a sense. And there's really a lot to jump on with that idea, but because it's really too early to tell at this given point, and the fact that the most recent trailer for DokeV actually didn't debut until like what, 2021, so relatively almost 4 years ago. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, that trailer came out in like August, so it's like that definitely it's not going to hurt DokeV's hype, but now that they physically have made it clear to us, like, yeah, we're really starting to shift gears as we, prepare for Crimson Desert's launch and stuff like that. It definitely is. It's not a bad thing. I would say that. And I honestly understand how some fans are getting a little frustrated that, they built up the hype for this game and then it just went radio silent for an extended period. Which is fine because, again, games like DokeV, with the large open world aspect, games like that take time. That's not something you can expect to have done within 3 to 4 years. And obviously, because DokeV was officially revealed back in like 2019, that's relatively like almost 7 years worth of development. And the fact that they put it on pause to work on another project, and they still have other projects outside of DokeV still actively in development. So I think honestly it's best to just keep the patience going, because for some odd reason, and I feel this in my spirit, that we really might actually see something about DokeV this year. I don't know why, but once I get a little feeling, it's stuck, and y'all know that. Y'all know that I have a bad tendency to be right, and this is I'm not a I told you so kind of guy. I just like the idea of knowing, I can be collectively honest and still be respectfully biased towards the subject. But anyway, what do you guys think? You think DokeV coming back this year? I don't know. I feel like it will, but at the same time, I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. Let me know what y'all think.